YouTube? In today's video, I'm showcasing my top 5 meta loadouts for Warzone 2 Season 2. Of course, we did just get the Warzone 2 Season 2 Reloaded update, so I wanted to showcase my top 5 loadouts for you guys going into the next part of the season and basically just tell you guys exactly what you should be running right now. So, of course, stay tuned for the loadouts because I'm going to go through my ARs, SMGs, all the different combinations, my lethals, tacticals, perks, absolutely everything, and just break those down for you guys. But first, before we hop into anything, I want to give a huge shout out to Tyler, Everything, and Mario for having my post notifications on. Also, if you guys do enjoy these informational loadout videos, make sure you guys go down below and hit that big red subscribe button. We're closing in on 100,000 subs. But like I said, I got you guys with my top 5 loadouts right now in the current meta. Without further ado, hop directly into loading number 1. All right, for loadout number 1, I got you guys with the ISO Hemlock assault rifle and the MP5 SMG, which I know the Hemlock just ran the meta for the entire beginning of season 2, but it's still going to be absolutely disgusting. It has 0 recoil, great damage, great bolt velocity, and overall, it's just super easy to use. Before I hop into any of the weapons, I want to go through everything else. I typically run a flash grenade and a throwing knife when I'm roaming around ashika, which I always get comments about this stuff in my live streams on my TikToks. So I'm running flash grenade and throwing knife. And then for my perk package, I'm actually running double time, overkill, fast hands, and high alert, which in my opinion, that's my custom perk package. I feel the best with it when I'm playing super aggressive. Of course, you can swap things around. I have a few different builds as well where I swap out high alert for ghost, or if I don't want to run overkill, you could also swap it out for tracker, letting you really find people in any different situation. Of course, the perks, lethals, and tacticals are all personal preference, but for me, that's exactly what I'm running. So let me get you guys the ISO Hemlock real quick. For the ISO Hemlock, I'm running the Harbinger D20 suppressor, which the way we have that tuned is 0 on the left side, and for the bottom, we're tuning it for bolt velocity. Then we got the Fielder T50 barrel, which I tuned that for recoil, steadiness, and damage range. Then, of course, I have the MW2 Opticon, which I always tell you guys is personal preference, but for me, the MW2 is the cleanest option and by far the best option. So let me get you guys the tuning for that as well. We're tuning it for ADS speed, making you way faster on the map, and we're also tuning it for far, completely getting rid of your visual recoil. Then, of course, you have the 45 round mag on, which is very self-explanatory. Increase that mag capacity, making it to where you don't have to reload every 2 seconds. And then for the last attachment, I have the 5.56 high velocity ammunition, which you guys already know how I have that tuned. I tuned it for damage range and bolt velocity. But overall, that is my full build for the ISO Hemlock assault rifle and Warzone 2 Season 2 Reloaded. I'm telling you guys, still one of the best guns in the entire game, if not the best. So 100% go through, give it a try if you haven't already. Let me get you guys the MP5 real fast. For the MP5, aka the Lachmann sub, I actually changed up my build. Now I have the X10 RR40 suppressor, which let me get you guys the tuning for that. I'm tuning for ADS speed, making you way faster. I'm also tuning for bolt velocity. Then, of course, for the barrel, this is a hybrid like accuracy movement build. So I have the L38 Falcon 226 barrel, which of course I tuned slightly for recoil steadiness and slightly for damage range. Then I have the VOK LZR 7MW laser, which like I was saying to you guys, it's like a hybrid accuracy mobility build. So I tossed in the laser, speeding you up in so many different ways. Let me get you guys the tuning for that. I tuned it for sprint to fire speed and ADS speed. Then, of course, you have the Mirror Recoil 56 factory stock, which of course is even more mobility and stuff, but I tuned for ADS speed and aim walking speed. And then, of course, for the last and final attachment for the MP5, I have the 40 round mag on, which just like the Hemlock, it's very self-explanatory. Increase that mag capacity, making it so you can wipe an entire team if you need to. But overall, that is my full build for my loadout number 1. I'm telling you guys, the meta is still relatively the same, and this loadout is still disgusting. So if you guys haven't already, go through, try both of those. Also, try out the lethal, tactical, and perk package, and let me know how all that feels and helps you guys down in the comments below. But that's my loading number 1. So let's hop directly into loading number 2. Loadout number 2 is actually the M4 assault rifle with the Vaznev-9k SMG, which if you guys aren't usually in my streams, you guys don't understand how much I love this loadout. But the Vaznev especially is one of the best guns in the entire game. Let's hop directly into the loadouts real quick. For the M4, I have the Harbinger D20 suppressor, the high tower 20-inch barrel, MW2 optic, F-Tac Ripper 56 underbarrel, and of course the 60 round mag, which let me get you guys all the tuning real quick. For the muzzle, I tuned it slightly for recoil smoothness and all the way for bolt velocity. For the barrel, I tuned it for recoil steadiness and slightly for damage range. Of course, for the MW4, I tuned it for ADS speed and far. And for the F-Tac Ripper 56, I tuned it for recoil stabilization and aiming idle stability. But overall, that is my full build for the M4 assault rifle in Warzone 2 Season 2 Reloaded. Another fantastic option at that assault rifle spot, which I also have a video coming very soon with this that's showing fully in-depth attachments, full gameplay, absolutely everything. So stay tuned for that as well. Let me get you guys the Vaznev real quick. For the Vaznev, this is actually another new build, just like my MP5. I have the X10 RR40 suppressor, FSS OLEV laser, broadside FCT stock, true tack grip for the rear grip, and the 45 round mag, which you guys already know how this build feels. It is unreal. It has great damage, great range, great mobility. You're just putting down teams left and right with this thing. So let me get you guys the tuning for this one as well. For the tuning on the muzzle, I tuned it slightly for ADS speed and all the way for bolt velocity. For the laser, I tuned it for ADS speed and sprint to fire speed. For the stock, I tuned it for ADS speed and aim walking speed. And of course, for the rear grip, just like always, I tuned it for ADS speed and sprint to fire speed, making you way faster. faster. But overall, that is my full loadout for my loading number 2. I'm telling you guys, 2 great options again at both spots. So if you guys haven't already tested out both those builds for yourselves, you absolutely need to go through, give the M4 a try, and also give the Vaznev a try. Tell me the highest kill game you guys get with each of them down in the comments below. And like I said, that's my loading number 2. So let's hop directly to loading number 3. Loading number 3 is the RAAL LMG with the backup X13 Akimbo pistols, which I know got nerfed multiple times, but if you guys didn't see one of my recent videos on them, they are still absolutely disgusting. And I feel like this combination is super good because one is extremely slow and the others are extremely fast. Let me get you guys the RAAL build real quick. This is actually a gun I've never done a video on, but expect one very soon. I have the BVM 338 compensator, 21-inch Rhino barrel, FSS OLEV laser, speeding you up a ton, which is perfect for the RAAL LMG, the MW2 optic, and the 338 mag high velocity ammunition, of course increasing that bolt velocity, getting you closer to hit scan. But of course, every single attachment is available to be tuned, so let me get you guys all the tuning real quick. For the compensator, I'm tuning it slightly for recoil stabilization and fully for gun kick control. For the barrel, I'm tuning it slightly for recoil steadiness and slightly for damage range. Then of course, for the laser, speeding you up a ton, I'm tuning it for sprint to fire speed and ADS speed. For the optic, just like always, I'm tuning it for ADS speed and far. And of course, for the last attachment, the high velocity ammunition, I'm tuning it for damage range and bolt velocity. But overall, that is my full build for the RAAL MG and Warzone 2 Season 2 Reloaded. Like I was saying, this is a gun I've actually never done a video on, but expect one very, very soon because this thing makes Warzone feel like multiplayer with how fast you're putting people down. So of course, give this build a try real quick, but let me get you guys the X13s. For the X13s, it's the build I've always ran for every single video I've showcased on these. I have the FT Steelfire suppressor, XRK Luke 9 barrel, 1MW pistol laser, Akimbo X13 rear grip, and the 33 round mag. Of course, perfect build all around because it gives you mobility, accuracy, range, even for the tiny little Akimbo pistols, and of course that damage as well. Let me get you guys the tuning real fast. For the suppressor, I'm tuning it for recoil smoothness and bolt velocity. For the barrel, I'm tuning it for recoil steadiness and damage range. For the laser, of course, I'm tuning it for sliding hipfire accuracy and sprint to fire speed. But overall, that is my full build for the Akimbo X13 autos. Another fantastic option at that secondary spot. And like I was saying before, I know these have caught multiple nerfs, but if you guys didn't see my recent videos breaking these down and showing them in depth, they're still gross, especially when you're like really up close with somebody. You're melting them so incredibly fast. So of course, give these pistols a try as well and mix them with the RAAL MG. I'm telling you guys, it's a perfect combination. Loadout number 4, we have the TAC 56 assault rifle with the FENNEC SMG, which just like the X13s, I understand that the FENNEC has caught multiple nerfs, and I've been seeing a lot of people just completely count it out of the meta, but the FENNEC is still gross, especially for the fire rate it has. It is always going to kill quick. Let me hop directly into the builds real quick. For the TAC 56, which by the way is one of the most highly requested guns I have on my channel, I have the Harbinger D20 suppressor, the 17.5-inch Tundra Pro barrel, MW2 optic, 5.56 high velocity ammunition, and of course the 60 round mag, which like I always say is super self-explanatory. Of course, if you guys haven't seen my videos on this recently, I've done multiple gameplays showcasing this in depth, dropping absolute bombs with it. This is one of the best options at that assault rifle spot. It has zero recoil, great damage, and it's extremely easy to use, a lot like the ISO Hemlock. Let me get you guys the tuning real fast. For the muzzle, I'm tuning it slightly for ADS speed and fully for bolt velocity. For the barrel, I'm tuning it for recoil steadiness and damage range. For the optic, I'm tuning it for ADS speed and far. And of course, just like always, I tune the ammunition the same every single time. I'm tuning the high velocity ammo for damage range and bolt velocity. But overall, that's my full build for the TAC 56, and like I'm telling you guys, it's one of the best options at that AR spot. So if you guys haven't already tried it for yourselves, you are completely missing out. For the FENNEC, same thing as the TAC. This is the same build I've always showcased you guys. I have the FSS Shark Fin 90 underbarrel, VLK LZR 7MW laser, F-Tac Loctite stock, FENNEC rubber grip, and the FENNEC Mag 45, which like I was saying before, it has an absolutely ridiculous fire rate, so you are absolutely burning through your ammo. So the magazine is 100% essential, and all the other attachments are making you significantly faster on the map, which is perfect for it because you are an SMG and you want to be as fast as humanly possible. But of course, let me get you guys the tuning real fast. For the Shark Fin 90, I'm tuning for aim, walking speed, giving you that strafe speed, and of course the recoil stabilization. For the laser, like I was telling you guys, you want to be as fast as humanly possible, so I'm tuning for sprint to fire speed and ADS speed. For the stock, I'm tuning for ADS speed and aim walking speed again. And of course, for the rear grip, I'm tuning for ADS speed and sprint to fire speed. But overall, that is my full build for the FENNEC 45 SMG. And like I was telling you guys, you want to be as fast as humanly possible. So as you can tell from the tuning, I tuned it mostly for that sense of mobility, ADS speed, and overall being unguardable in those close range fights. But of course, you can tune it for some recoil steadiness and stability if you need to, because with this build, it is a tiny bit bouncy. And of course, for loading number 5, the last loadout on the list, I have the STB 5.56 assault rifle with the PDSW 5.28 SMG, aka the P90, which the P90 is one of the most highly requested weapons right there with the TAC 56 from you guys. You guys are always asking about the P90. And of course, for the STB 5.56, if you guys didn't see recently, I just dropped a video on it. It is one of the most underrated guns in the entire game, It's a perfect hybrid AR SMG. It has great range, zero recoil. I don't even need to hype it up to you guys. You just need to try the build. So of course, let me get you guys the class set up for it. I have the RF Crown 50 compensator with the 508mm rear guard barrel, Cronin Mini Pro optic, Bruin MX9 stock, and the 42 round mag. Like I was saying to you guys, it has great fire rate, damage, recoil control. Absolutely everything about it makes it so incredibly fun and easy to use. Let me get you guys the tuning real fast. For the muzzle, I tuned it ever so slightly for recoil stabilization and ever so slightly for gun kick control. For the barrel, I tuned it for recoil steadiness and damage range. For the optic, just like always, I tuned it for ADS speed and far. And of course, for the stock, I left the bottom bar completely even at 0-0, and for the left, I tuned for ADS speed. Then of course, for the PDSW 528, I have the VLK LZR 7MW laser, the overpressured ammunition, the GR33 light rail, the hollow extended stock, and the TV tac comb. But like I was saying before, this is one of the most highly requested weapons I get from you guys on a daily basis. It has great mobility, damage, range, and overall, it's so incredibly fun to use, especially when you're mixing it with the STB, because like I told you guys, the STB is a perfect hybrid weapon, which you can use in every possible situation. For the PDW, it's that great pocket SMG to just fly around the map. But of course, for the tuning, on the laser, I tuned it for sprint to fire speed and ADS speed. For the stock, I tuned for ADS speed and aim walking speed. For the comb, I tuned it for recoil stabilization ADS speed. For the light rail, I tuned it for sprint speed, making you way faster on the map, and of course, that sprint to fire speed. And for the last attachment, for the overpressured ammunition, I tuned it for damage range and bolt velocity. But overall, that is my full build for my loading number 5 and my last loadout on the list. So of course, those are all 5 of my top loadouts in the game right now going into the season 2 reloaded update. So if you guys haven't already, go through, give every single weapon a try the different combinations, try the lethals, try the tacticals, try the perk packages, and tell me how you guys feel about everything down in the comments below. And also, if any of it helps you guys out at all, make sure you guys hit that big red subscribe button. We're closing in on 100,000 subs. Like I said, those are my top 5 loadouts. That's it for the video.